This week, coming up from the ashes.
Mysterious and terrifying all over. The ocean, because I hate it. And I don't like it at all.
Yeah,
You
but
wouldn't
why?
catch me dead in the ocean. I hate it. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the anxiety that it brings me when I step in there.
So this
Or
hour,
even
we
just
will
look
be
at it.
discussing his fears. I am your host,
Yeah.
Dr. Phil.
Now, why are you so afraid of the ocean?
Yeah,
Now,
why
why
are
are
you
you doing this?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to From the Ashes podcast. The date is, who gives a fuck? I don't know. I'm your host, Arsonist Clown, and with me are my three buddies, Phoenix, Zombie, and Al. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Very
everybody.
nice.
Hello, everybody.
Amazing. And we're here to talk about one of my greatest fears. It covers a vast majority of this rock that we live on. It's salty and mysterious and terrifying all over. The ocean, because I hate it. And I don't like it at all.
Yeah,
You
but
wouldn't
why?
catch me dead in the ocean. I hate it. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the anxiety that it brings me when I step in there.
So this
Or
hour,
even
we
just
will
look
be
at it.
discussing his fears. I am your host,
Yeah.
Dr. Phil.
Now, why are you so afraid of the ocean?
Yeah,
Now, why
afraid
are
of it?
you doing this?
I don't know. I don't like it, whenever I think it's just like going in there and then seeing nothing.
I mean, it sounds irrational, but
Sounds like you need to open your eyes, then you'll see something.
Maybe I should just drown myself instead. That'll solve all my problems.
Nah, what if you live through it, though? Then
I don't think that would change anything.
it
Maybe
would
I'd
make it
develop
worse.
some PTSD.
All right. So, yeah. But the good thing is for this podcast, we have two guys that has, been able to deal with the water because of their experience in the military. So, we got that going for us. And, Al can be your therapist for this hour.
Yeah, you guys can open my eyes. Well, how about you start
I'm
with
not
this?
near you, nor do I have a sharp enough knife for that.
I do.
I was thinking more eye clamps. Sure, man.
Look like Doctor. Sorry.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, we can't go an episode without mentioning Phoenix's favorite game.
Oh, gee, do you want to go that route? What about your favorite show?
I don't mention it every episode.
Mostly.
Hey, we had an entire 2-hour episode dedicated to your filth.
Hold on. We're going to do one about yours, too, remember? That's on
No,
the...
that's just way later on in the timeline.
That's true. That's
And
true.
is it going to be a 2-hour special?
I don't know. This just depends. Maybe if I start watching it and get into it, I'd be like, oh, man.
Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I should punish you guys by making you also watch Slippin' Jimmy.
I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's a show.
Very, very terrible animated prequel.
All right. So, now that we've
Back
gone
to
off
the
topic...
ocean. Zombie, I've heard you got some stories about your time in the, I'm sorry, Fix, can you repeat that for me?
I don't know if he's got stories, but I'm sure he has his own opinion about the waters of the world, So,
Well, let's see.
Swimmer
Water is
voyage.
comprised up of hydrogen and oxygen in a specific combination.
hell yeah, chemistry, baby.
thanks, Bill Nye, who I can't stand, by the way.
Let's see. Nothing really, I'd say, like funny or amusing.
Please say you have terrifying, so it deepens his fear.
Well, I mean, I've been scuba diving before, so
Tell us about it.
there's that. If you're looking for stories that'll terrify you, just think about when you're scuba diving and you're in the ocean and you look down and there's nothing below you but water. You're just completely surrounded.
It's like looking out at the ocean from the shore.
And it's pitch black.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, when you're out out in the ocean at night, you can't see anything. One of the things that comes to mind is one of our RDCs in boot camp told us a story. He was stationed on a aircraft carrier, and when aircraft carriers are conducting flight operations, the pilots have to wear night vision goggles because you're in the ocean. It's not like there's illuminated landing strips they can see. So to counteract that, the lights from the inside of the ship, it's almost like there's a like a air hatch, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You have to open one door, walk in, turn the lights on, and then open the other door and keep going, so that way the light doesn't blind the pilots. Well, this RDC was saying that he was out talking to one of his friends and forgot his night vision goggles.
Oof.
And the sunset. So he was doing that, when you're walking around and you're kind of feeling out with your feet, trying not to trip over anything.
Yeah.
So he was doing that because he knew that there were cords and pipes and all kinds of stuff in the way he could trip over. Well, he didn't see one, obviously, but he tripped and fell, and he fell overboard. Now, he fell into the net because there's nets when a ship is doing flight ops that's to catch people, to catch, things that, kind of shake loose. That's what it's designed. It's designed to catch stuff.
I mean, you might
Right.
specify what kind of ship you're talking about.
I don't know what ship he was on.
Because not all ships have that. It's just aircraft carriers.
Yeah, well, like I said, he didn't really say what ship he was on, or if he did, realize this is over 20 years ago. So
Yeah, it's just aircraft carriers. Destroyers, LHDs, and cruisers don't have nets on the side because they're not big enough to have nets on the side.
It was the USSDs.
Well, I know. So I was on a frigate, and it had those. It had the nets in the back.
Yeah, but not on the sides.
I think it was an aircraft carrier, but again, I don't know. But yeah, he said when he fell into the net, he was about halfway out of it. So he said, if I had been about a few more inches in one direction, I would have completely tumbled overboard.
Oof.
And that's what he said. He said, realize that for an aircraft carrier, if you go missing, it's large enough. They have no way of knowing, did you fall overboard or are you just playing hooky?
Yeah, for everybody else who really doesn't know how many people are actually on an aircraft carrier, it's somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 people. It's a small city.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't really have any personal stories, either horror or otherwise. as far as the oceans go.
Mm-hmm. That's a question I wanted to ask Arson. Is it just
Well,
ocean or is it sea, lakes, rivers,
I guess it could relate to like
Bathtubs.
as long as it's deep enough. I guess. Yeah.
kiddie pools?
Oh man, that's the worst of them all.
Something like pools with like 10 feet. Those too deep.
Oh yeah, it's terrifying.
Hmm.
Can you not
But
swim
no,
then, Arson?
yeah, in all seriousness though, like I never had very much good experiences with bodies of water. I remember this like very when I was very young. Um,
Here we go. We get to
we
dive
we
into
went
this.
out. We went out. This
Here's
is
the
another like
therapist
kind of
conversation.
this is another childhood trauma story here. Um, I remember a long time ago. Like this is so long ago. I remember nothing else in that point of my life but this moment. And that was when we all went out to a lake to swim and mess around. Good times with the family and everything. And I was messing around in like the shore, um, and I never realized how deep I went. And I just fell in, and since I was young and didn't really understand the whole concept of swimming that well just yet because I was used to like bathtub water height stuff, stuff I can stand in or relatively keep my head above water. So I dipped down and I went a little too down and I nearly drowned. Um, so that was something that really contributed towards my fear of water. There's also like, oh man, well if this could happen to me, what about somebody else? Like what about one of my family members? And I look out and they're just all the way out at the lake just having fun. I'm like, dude, why are they doing this? Don't they realize the dangers of uh water? And I didn't know this knowledge until then, but that brain eating amoeba that goes through your nose or whatever and eats your stem.
Not every lake has a meaning amoeba.
I know, but you could never be too sure.
It's
I
not
mean, there's
going
a
to
risk
nibble
in
that
everything
much.
you do. There's a risk of you getting in a vehicle every day or walking on the sidewalk.
I don't know. I'm
There's
perfectly
anything.
fine with being mangled in a car crash than drowning
Jeez.
somewhere.
That is a
I'm perfectly fine with getting mangled in a car crash or getting run over than
More
just
people die from
drowning
motor vehicle accidents than
and more
accidents in the
people
ocean.
never seeing me again.
Well, I can tell you one. I don't have any stories that are horrible for me. I did have a cousin, well, except for this one. I had a baby cousin who died in a pool, and that was rough. But when I was a kid, when I was probably 3 years old, or maybe even lower or younger than that, like we were on vacation or something, and there was a pool, and I saw my dad jump off the diving board, so I went in right after him. My mom about freaked out, but I've always been a good swimmer. I've always, really excelled in that, and I even saved somebody from drowning once. So, but that's all I got. I don't really have anything to bring to this. This is why I'm kind of gonna sit back in the background for most of this and let you guys do your thing, and I may make some smart comments or something. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Oh, thank you for your contribution.
You're welcome.
Orson, is it just the idea of the ocean, or just everything about the ocean that scares the crap out of you?
I mean, yeah. Back to the thing. Yeah. That fear of the deep water only tripled with the ocean, and uh, another thing that contributed to this was a nice little game. Not really little. A game called GTA 5, and their freaking graphics with the I don't know what they did with the ocean, but they did it well. And I just love messing around with the boats and the vehicles in the game. And I had the bright idea one day, well, what if I just take a boat and just go as far as I can? Like maybe there's a secret area that I could go to or something. So I did that, and then obviously, as many people know, you go out too far in the ocean in GTA, and any of helicopter, a plane, a boat, it'll just shut down, and the boat will either sink, or your aircraft will crash straight into the ocean, leaving you miles away in open water, with nothing but you, the vast blue and deep darkness that is the void down there, and the handful of sharks that they just spawn on you, because that's a kill barrier. And yeah, that scared the absolute shit out of me when I first saw the shark just speeding by the screen. So, you know, then I got more into the ocean. I, got all the documentaries of like the sharks, the nice jellyfish that really love to sting you with that love touch, and all the lovely creatures of the sea that will probably not really blink twice when it comes to putting your life at an end, all that stuff. They're just trying to survive, and that's fine. And I respect their space, which is why I go nowhere near it.
Well, I feel like after
Creatures on
this,
land.
do what?
It's just like the creatures on land.
Well, I
Well,
feel
yeah,
like
but the creatures on land you could probably deal with more easily, considering you got gravity on your side.
Would you be able to go fight a lion in the
No,
savannah?
but I'd probably feel better about dying to a lion than, I don't know, a fucking orca or some shit that's pissed off at me in the ocean.
here lies
Think a
Arson
killer whale's just gonna come up there and kill you, just for no reason?
If they feel like it, yeah.
on his
I mean, there's
tombstone. On
got to
his
be
to-
a reason why they're going to do that. They're not
Yeah,
just going to
there's-
boom, just
sure,
like,
yeah,
oh, hey, I'm going to.
Sure, there's going to be a reason, but like, I'd really just rather not take my chances.
on Arson's tombstone, it's going to read, "Here lies Arson, died from bluegill." That's a rough thing to go by, man. A bluegill attack.
Like-
Oof.
Sharks don't just come up to people to kill them. It's not just what sharks do. They have to be aggravated or aggressive in some way.
Yeah, the whole territorial bullshit. I know, okay, I know, but that still doesn't take away the fucking fear. I could
Don't
swim up
watch
next to a
Jaws.
I could swim up next to a docile shark, and sure, it's probably not even batting an eye at me. Sure, it's probably curious a little bit, but I'm gonna be the one shitting myself.
At least you're in the
You
water.
probably won't give more
It
than two shits
doesn't.
that you're.
It doesn't change the fact that it's still scary to me. That's the whole point.
And your fears are valid, 100%.
I mean, I understand the fear of sharks. I don't understand the fear of the ocean.
It's the unknown. I don't know.
There's
Look,
a lot of
again,
unknowns.
if you're just out in the middle of the ocean and you look down and there's nothing, that scares me.
There are
It's an
other
irrational
reasons
fear of
wouldn't.
the unknown. There's just so much. There's so much that happens out there.
So if you're afraid of the unknown, are you afraid of the dark?
In some aspects, yeah, I am.
Okay.
I mean,
I was just
obviously,
going to say, because
not as much lately because you're around residential areas or some crap and you're listening to music. Like unless I'm listening to like scary stories, and like I'm like, oh geez, what's in the closet? Or man, that coat that I hung on my chair is looking like a pretty scary entity that probably wants to kill me.
You know, there's a term for that. It's called thalassophobia.
Yes, Dr. Phoenix, thank you for your diagnosis.
I had to look it up, okay? Because it's like fear of the ocean is called, and it's the first thing that popped up. It's a tense fear of the ocean or other large bodies of water, including kiddie pools. I'm just kidding. But
very,
no,
very, very fair.
Phobia for pretty much anything.
thalassophobia is what it's called.
There's a phobia for pretty much anything.
Mm-hmm.
phobophobia,
Yeah,
the fear of being afraid.
Say again, I'm terrified of the ocean and I hate it, but it still fascinates me.
So
I
we
like
learned-
what the ocean
I like
takes you
the-
to.
the creatures are fast. Like again, that's just me respecting the space. I'm terrified of it, but that doesn't mean I don't want to learn from it by just like observing the things that people learn from it as well. They're the ones doing the dirty work out there, and I respect them for that.
You
You
hear
know,
about
I
the
think
scientists that discovered the new, or it might not be a new, the extinct species of anaconda in the Amazon rainforest?
I didn't actually.
His anaconda
36
don't
feet
want none.
long that lives underwater.
Jeez.
That is awesome. But again, that's if I see it in real life, well, I might as well just die of a heart attack.
So we playing
this
raft
dude was
later?
this dude was swimming with it.
Jeez.
The scientist that I saw was swimming with the anaconda, like petting it as it was just like crawling on the floor of the river. What the heck?
It needs to get paid more than. Either that or probably fired.
Wow.
But I mean, there are
Ah,
still species in the oceans that we've still yet to learn about. We still have not explored the full extent of the ocean. I think they have presented that we have explored about 2% of the ocean.
What's crazy though is we can explore all this vast space, but we can't even like use things to explore the ocean. You know,
Well, we
so
can't
crazy.
explore the Marianas Trench because we don't have anything that's going to be able to go that low with sea pressure
Mm-hmm.
yet
and survive.
and survive. Yeah,
I
It's
mean,
just
we have something to go down there. That's
it
not the
just won't come back
problem.
up. Yep.
We can throw a rock down there, no problem.
You know what they say? Everything's a submarine once.
Yep.
the one-way trip. No refunds.
I want to hear some of Al's stories, some of his stuff.
I'm not particularly on the story side. I mean, I have some things. I mean, I've swam in the middle of the ocean, both the Atlantic and the Pacific. Atlantic is much colder, if anyone cared to know that. Um, but you know, I've seen swimming out there in the middle of the ocean. I've seen sharks and stuff like that, but they don't come near people. They don't like people like that. They're not just going to come swim next to you and try and eat you. That's not what they do. When I was in Guam, we did scuba diving and snorkeling and stuff like that by the coral reefs. And you know, you'll see sharks, you'll see man o' wars, you'll see which are just gigantic jellyfish that can kill people.
Right.
You'll see, you know, a bunch of different kind of organisms and creatures and fish and stuff like that that are living in these coral reefs. And I mean, it's beautiful to see like the actual fish and sharks and all these different creatures and animals inside of their natural habitat, just living it up, doing their thing.
Yeah, but you can't tell me the first time you seen that stuff. You may have been amazed, but there was a little bit of like fear of respect. Like, you know, you
Yeah, when you
respect that.
come face to face with a shark, no matter what the fucking distance is, like
Right.
you freak the fuck out. Like you're like
Exactly.
okay, you're like, what do I do in this situation? But I had like a senior scuba diver guy with us, so he was like cool. Like the shark would swim by him, and he would like put his hand on it and pet it, or you know, grab its fin and you know, kind of like wade around with it and kind of like float with it and do things. Like he was like, the sharks aren't going to hurt you as long as you're not, you know, aggressive towards them. They're not going to do anything.
All right, Arson, now that you know this, let's go swimming.
Yeah, man, sure.
I mean,
Sounds like
there
a
are
great
some breeds
idea.
of shark. There's some breeds of shark that are just more aggressive than others, and most of the time is when they attack is when they smell blood or see fish or you know different things like that, like things that they can eat, and they are predators. Let's not get that wrong. Like if you're out in the savannah and a lion comes look at you and he's like, "I'm hungry," he's gonna eat you. Like that's just how it works.
Depends on how big of a gun I have.
I don't.
You
I don't
You're
think
just out
that's.
in the middle
I
of the
don't think.
savannah. I don't know if you're just gonna have a gun on you, bud.
I better, because the deal, wouldn't be any other reason for me to be out there. I'm not going to be like, come and hang out with me.
You better hope that first bullet slows him or puts him down, because if it doesn't, you're done.
Oh, absolutely. But
Well, yeah,
I'm just saying.
you have, even in America, like you have the apex predator of a grizzly bear. right? You can shoot a grizzly bear all you want. The grizzly bear's still coming at you.
I mean, we have bears and we have mountain lions up here, so
Yeah, but bears are more scarier than mountain lions are.
I don't know. Well, it depends because usually, mountain lions up here have been running in packs, so they've got like.
In terms of science, bears are apex predators.
Oh, I agree.
They are the top of the food chain.
100% agree with that, but also you'll know more when a bear is there for the most part. When a mountain lion, when a mountain lion's there, you will have no idea. Like,
no, I'll agree with that.
Till its jaws are in your neck.
That's the difference.
That's why.
Yeah, that's why anytime I go outside, I have my gun on my side with my dogs because there's no way.
Is it loaded?
Yes.
Oh,
shut up, Zhombi.
Is the safety off?
Yeah, is it ready to go?
No, okay.
And is it a 9mm? Because I don't think it'll do anything to a mountain lion.
So Zhombi, and I was telling him one day that I was out there with my gun, and I was like, I realized when I came in that I forgot that the last time Chad and I went shooting, I forgot to reload it. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I was out there with an empty gun, and that's why he said that.
Proud of you.
So yeah.
How irresponsible.
Yeah, I understand the mountain lions are more sneakier than bears and things like that, but bears, unbeknownst to most people, they can run about 30 to 40 miles per hour. It will catch up to you real quick like it.
Oh, I know. And if anything's taught me, it's better to just leave them alone. Be close.
Or if you're with a friend, and especially if you're Phoenix and you have a gun on you, just shoot your friend in the knee and then run away.
Or trip somebody,
Did you have a gun on you, Phoenix? Just shoot your friend in the knee.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little extra work.
Yeah.
To just trip. At that point, you're just being are you still trying to be nice while also like screwing the person over? Like, oh, I'm just gonna trip you, not shoot you in the leg.
Oh no, that was an accident. I didn't mean to do that.
All right. Well, anyways, I don't know if I would. At least if I said that if I shot someone, it would be 100% like my fault. If I just accidentally trip them, then I'm like, I'm sorry, and then run, and then
not like it would matter.
No, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter at all. Oh gosh. All right, guys. Well, you look into the blue and you see all that water, and then as you look down, you see darkness, and darkness is all you see as you take your last breath. But before you take your last breath, how about we take this ad break?
On its way. 50 meters. 30. 10 meters.
My God. It's 90 feet.
It's Megalodon.
The Meg, only in cinemas.
Now available on DVD. Journey into the abyss. In search of life's eternal truths. Discover the power of the sponge with SpongeBob SquarePants DVDs. Soap with never-before-seen special features starring Super Smart Patrick.
The lid.
Sweet Sandy.
I'm hotter than a hickory smoked sausage.
And ultra suave SpongeBob.
I guess I ripped my pants again.
Now you can own all of your favorite SpongeBob episodes, including the Sponge-tacular Season 1 and Season 2 DVD box sets.
As long as these pants are square and this sponge is Bob, I will not let you down!
SpongeBob SquarePants DVDs. You can watch them again and again and again. You can collect them all and keep your lids peeled for more super special new releases coming soon.
That would be so cool.
I could look at it all day.
Oh, okay, good. The wind blew us back on course. What were we talking about again?
A pirate's life.
Hey ho,
Pirate's
ho,
life,
ho.
huh?
That brings me up.
Well,
That makes
where's
me
the
think of a
rum?
really good video game that just came out a few months ago.
Oh, you're talking
Really?
about the
We're going there?
Sea of Thieves? No.
Sea of Thieves.
No, Skull and Bones.
No, Sea of Thieves.
Oh, Sea of Thieves now on PlayStation 5. All right. Anyways, so yeah, let's get from talking about the mountain wildlife to back to under the ocean, under the sea, under the sea.
Yeah, what are some other interesting points about the ocean that you guys want to point out to me?
The blobfish.
I already know about that. Next.
Yeah. What about the hold on. The vampire squid.
I already know about that. Next.
Did you really?
Yes.
What about the faceless cusk?
What about
Okay,
the
I don't know
blowfish?
about that one.
Hold on, let me pull up a picture.
Very nice of you to just be pulling random information from Google.
Well, I did the Google search before, okay? So here. That is the faceless cusk.
That looks creepy.
It so looks creepy. And for those out in podcast land, I
Looks
would
like a
definitely
Pokemon.
search faceless cusk because it kind of
It
does
looks
look
like
like it would be a Pokemon.
Ah, the ocean. A fascinating and horrifying place all in one.
All right, that's enough for me. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
What's left there to talk about? I don't feel like anything got resolved, really.
Well, this is the
Well, I
second
mean,
half.
you're gonna be scared of the ocean. However, you're gonna be scared of the ocean. You can just make up any excuse to be scared of the ocean. No matter
Yeah.
what people.
But
I'm
his
not
points,
scared of the ocean. I just don't get in the ocean anymore.
I mean, his points are valid though. You know, like all his fears
His
are.
points are valid if you're in the deep ocean, not if you're at a freaking beach.
Okay, well that's fair, but like the middle of the ocean, yeah, no.
If you're out in the middle of the ocean, his points are very valid. Yes, there's a bunch of dangerous things out in the middle of the ocean. I'll agree with that. If you're at the beach, no, not even close.
There's a thing called the Great Blue Hole.
There is a difference between like the beach and then like, you know, a little bit farther out, but you could still see for the most
Yeah, but the
part.
beach is still technically the ocean.
Well, yeah, but like there's the beginning part of the ocean, which is the beach. It's like layers. It's like an onion. It's got
Oh
layers.
my gosh, I was wondering if you were going to bring that up. All right, Shrek, tell us more.
Look, okay, you got the beach, which is like the beginning layer of the ocean. That's fine, okay? It freaks me out just a smidge, but it's fine. I can live. I won't die of a heart attack. I could very much deal with the beach. And then you go a little bit deeper into it, where like, you know, you're not close to the shore. You're a little farther out, but you can still see it. And then you look down and it's not like a pitch black void. You can still see mostly the sea floor and everything. And it looks cool, you know, you see all the sea life and everything. And then you go a little deeper and that's when I start panicking. Like terribly. That is the layers of the ocean. Yeah, thank you for that, Phoenix.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I had
that
to.
that is basically the ocean to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Unless I do something stupid and step on a stonefish or something, then my fears will be ramped up to 100 all over
Probably,
again.
but even then, like at some places, exotic places normally, America really doesn't have much of the kinds of things on beaches, but exotic beaches sometimes have these things called sea urchins.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
You can still die from those things.
very nasty fellers.
Are nasty fillers they are.
They don't attack people, but they definitely have spikes that you can step on and hurt yourself and possibly kill you.
Hazards.
Well, they're poisonous, so you can die from them.
Just hazards.
Well,
Yeah, It's not like you're out in the middle of the freaking Pacific Ocean and you're gonna meet a megalodon or something. Like, what circumstance would you be out in the middle of the ocean, Arson?
Plane crash, cruise gone wrong.
The least likely form of crash in the world, and that's the one you pick.
All right, let me
Cruise
ask.
gone wrong. Friends pranking me and taking my bed out to the middle of the ocean.
Oh my gosh! All right, first of all, you
I
don't even
wouldn't
live.
doubt my friends. I wouldn't doubt my friends if they would kidnap me and take me out to the middle of the fucking ocean. Don't doubt my friends. They
the
would
thing
do
is-
that.
The thing is you don't even live close to the ocean. And
No,
not only that, but when's the last time you were on a plane?
never actually. I've never been on a plane.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
Nope, man, I don't want to.
Well, there you go. So, I mean, the top two that he said would never happen. Well, except for there may be a circumstance like he has to fly to Europe for some odd reason.
Travel across the world.
If you've been on a plane, have you ever been out of the continental United States?
No,
I would
haven't.
want to one day, but
Okay,
I
so
don't
there's
think
no
that's
way
gonna
that you would be in an ocean,
I'm just
even if your
saying,
plane did crash.
whether it's now 10, 20 years, 30 maybe, anything is possible, man. The least expected thing can always happen in your life, and you'd never see it coming. And sure, me and the ocean meeting with me in the middle may be basically non-existent, but it's not zero. I could still somehow end up there, and I really don't want to. I don't want to be alive when that happens.
So, in some crazy happenstance, like Arson's gonna end up in the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, fantastic! That would be my luck.
Like something's gonna happen. That his plane is gonna crash into a cruise ship.
A 2-for-1.
2-for-1, baby. And the crazy thing is his friends drugged him and put him on the plane, so he had no idea. There you go.
3-for-1.
Got them all in there.
Sounds like the start to an interesting story.
Gonna have to cancel that. No.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, I mean, if we're talking about Arson's fears being funny, that's hilarious. Just saying. Love you.
It would be pretty funny. It wouldn't be funny for everybody else caught in the situation, but yeah, sure, that'd be pretty funny.
Well, what happened was you were drugged, so when the plane was going down, everybody else got out, and the cruise ship saw the plane coming, so they all bailed too. So it was just you.
That sounds logical, reasonable, and realistic all at the same time.
Absolutely.
Back to this Bermuda Triangle conversation. Everyone still believe that the Bermuda Triangle is just the cause of many disappearances?
I didn't
Yeah.
say I did.
Get your tinfoil hats on because people still do believe in it.
Oh, hold on. You act like I didn't have it on already. I already have
I
that.
always assume you had some hat on.
Exactly.
That is
See?
a question that you got a tinfoil hat on.
It's underneath my ball cap. Oh gosh. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting that, it's interesting lore to it, but do I believe it? No, not at all. So
Yeah, because it's been disproven for a while now.
yeah, but it makes for good storytelling,
Yeah, it's true.
Unless Cthulhu starts rising out of there, then no.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I forgot about adding the megalodon in there too. So after he crashes, the megalodon eats him.
Well, I talked about the megalodon earlier.
Yeah, I know. That's why I had to bring that up. But yeah, so I mean, I have no problems with it's not like I'm ever going to see the Bermuda Triangle. It's not like I'm going to. I've in the time I've spent on this earth, I have never made it out of the country. As much as I want to, I'd love to go visit, abroad and
That's sad. Definitely go visit other places.
yeah, but I never have. Maybe one day when this podcast becomes super famous and we're all filthy rich, we'll all just go travel together and do podcast on location.
Podcast on location.
I think
Live from the
I don't think
Bermuda
I think
Triangle.
I think I'd be like you, Phoenix, if I never joined the Navy, though.
Yeah.
You know, I probably wouldn't have gone to visit. I mean, the only place before I joined the Navy I'd been to visit is Dominican Republic, and I went to England. And the Dominican Republic is because my mom wanted to go to a resort in the Dominican, and I was like 12. And then when I was 14, I went to a soccer tournament in England. I was all before I joined the Navy. Those were the only two places I had ever been.
Huh. That's pretty cool. A soccer tournament. Like, you were playing in it or you were there watching?
No, I played in it.
Dude, that's an interesting story that we're going to have to talk about later on.
I played soccer for 16 years. I went to college for it. I did all that.
Huh.
So, yeah. We won a tournament here in America for our select team. And then our reward was to go play in the tournament in England. Played at Chelsea Stadium.
That's pretty cool. He was over there like, oh, dude, we're not playing football. We're playing soccer. Come on. Jeez, get it right.
No.
So, how'd you fare out there?
I mean, we did all right. I mean, these people like literally breathe.
They live for soccer. Oh, they live for football.
Football, yeah. They live and breathe, you know, the game of football. So
yeah,
we did all right. The tournament wasn't that long. It was like for the weekend, but it was fun. So we had a good time.
That's pretty cool. Hey,
it was mostly for the experience. We didn't care if we won or anything.
Yeah, go there, lose, and then just enjoy the rest of the weekend. And be like, all right, we're out. That's what I would have done. I don't know. I'm pretty competitive. I was competitive big time as a kid, so I wouldn't want to lose. I'd want to win. But
oh no, I did join one. I did go one other place before I joined the Navy. It was like literally right before I joined the Navy. I went to the 2014. I went to World Cup in 2014 in Rio de Janeiro.
Wow. How do you just forget that? Like, oh, by the way.
I talk about it so often. It's just a thing.
Jeez. I've been to Texas.
Well, if anyone likes football or soccer, so you know the next World Cup is here in 2 years.
Oh, that's gonna be big too.
Here in America, or I guess I should say North America. It's in Canada, Mexico, and here.
Oh, well, Canada don't count. Just kidding, Canada friends. We love you. I'm real sorry about that.
That wasn't what you were saying yesterday.
Oh, hey.
Oh, man.
What happens in Discord stays in Discord.
It wasn't even Discord. You were saying it live. Live for everybody to hear.
To be fair, I was in Discord. So, but yeah. Anyways, how did we get so far off track? Okay, Bermuda Triangle and go.
Well, I was talking about the Navy. So when I joined the Navy, you know, I experienced roaming around the world, I guess is what I could say. I've been to multiple different countries: Japan, Guam, Singapore, Australia, Philippines, Scotland, Gibraltar, Spain, Portugal, Greece, Norway, and
Washington State.
Yeah, but I'm talking about outside of the
I know. I just did that just because.
I think that's it.
That's pretty cool, man.
And those are, you know, during those times of going out to those are the places where I've like, you know, we've stopped in like the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and we've had like what they call a swim call. And you know, we jump in the middle of the ocean, we have a good time, we grill burgers and stuff on top of the boat and hang out and get in the water, get back on the boat, all the good stuff. And I've done the same on the Pacific side.
Man, all those seamen hanging out.
Yep.
You and your fellow seamen.
You knew that I was going to throw
to
that
be
up
called
eventually.
You prefer to be called sailors, but yes, seaman is a correct adaptation of the word, I guess.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry, sailor. Nah, you knew I was gonna make that joke eventually, right? Just had to.
The Navy actually tried to get us to transition to the name Sea Warriors.
Oh, really?
Sea Warriors.
The Navy had that idea?
Yes, because because women didn't like the word men and seamen, so they tried to go to Sea Warriors.
Seaman.
They only like semen. Never mind. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
We're gonna change the subject
Whoa,
now.
man. Whoa.
Sea Warriors, huh? That sounds like a really good name.
Doesn't
Yeah, don't
really
go down
roll
that
off
rabbit
the tongue.
hole, bud.
I think it's too late now. Phoenix has already taken one step into the grave.
What had happened was,
Everybody else will shove him the rest of the way in.
yep, it's gonna be a watery grave, and I'll pull Arson down with me.
I'm gonna be far away from that funeral thing.
He's gonna have a Viking
Gosh.
funeral, though. You're not gonna go to it?
I could fire the arrow. I'm just gonna have to get really, really good at shooting arrows.
I'm very, very far away.
Like I'm gonna have to like get like a really special. I wouldn't even be able to use a bow. I'm gonna have to use like a ballista.
Use
And calculate
use a
the
bow.
calculate
Use
the
a really
angle
long
and
bow.
fire it.
Use a longbow. You're good to go.
I guess so. But then I'd also have to calculate for the wind, and then it's the ocean, so the wind is. I guess it depends how finicky the wind is.
All right, Arson, I'm gonna bring up something, and I'm gonna try to get your opinion out of this. Okay, so say you're swimming at night at a lake, and then just having a good old time with your friends out there swimming, and all of a sudden you hear. What do you do?
Probably die, I guess. I don't know, man. If I'm already out in the middle of the lake and the supernatural killer who comes out of the lake, do you see how fast that? You see how fast that bastard moves in the game in the water?
Yes, he's like a motorboat. He's just I don't understand it. He's so fast.
The second I hear that, the next thing I'm going to see is nothing because he's already grabbed me, dragged me underwater.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right, so we need to set that up. By the way, we need to get 6 or 5 people to play that, and because we talked about it last week, we need to really get 5 people
Friday the 13th
and play some custom Friday the 13th.
Can do it as a lead up to Killer Clowns.
We could. I'm completely down. We just need to get 3 other people to play. Not counting anybody else but you and I, Arson. If Al has it, heck yeah. Zhombi, if he has it, heck yeah.
I do not.
He could probably get it really cheap. I heard it's not doing so well.
Is it on Steam?
They leveled everybody up all the way to like the max level as their last hurrah.
Hoorah. So
at least I think. No, I'm not getting that confused with Evil Dead. Never mind. It is definitely Friday.
But yeah, we can get a group of people together and do that. I'll start asking today, so we can have something maybe by next weekend. So, but yeah, I just wanted to throw that up there. I thought that was funny. Like, I wanted to work Jason in there somehow. So but I don't know. I think we beat this horse pretty hard.
You mean the seahorse?
The sea.
Aha!
Yes.
Beating this seahorse.
I see what you did. But does anybody else have any things to say?
No, not really.
I don't like the ocean. But that doesn't mean I completely hate it.
Hey.
And I can't wait to see what else the ocean has to reveal to us. Unless it's some sort of eldritch monstrosity or,
Cthulhu.
Yeah, or fucking Godzilla, I don't know.
He just pops out like, hey, what's up?
Then, as long as you respect the ocean and its boundaries, for the most part, it will respect you.
And this has been Arson's Corner.
This has been the ocean episode. And unless something does happen, where like something stupendously, I don't know where I was going there. If something happens, then who knows? We might do a sequel. But as it
Yeah.
stands, this is the ocean episode, and that is it. That's the end. Any closing statements, anybody?
No, I think you covered mine pretty well.
I'm good.
What are we gonna do about it?
Aha! The
I see what you
puns.
did there. By the way, Zombie, when you weren't around last week, Flurp actually missed the puns.
Oh man.
He did during the DVD episode. He even makes a comment in there that he actually
He
kind of
did say
missed them.
that, yeah.
So, just so you know. But anyways, back to you, Arson.
Right, the end of the episode. I was supposed to do that. Thank you for joining us. We've come to the end of our time. If you want to learn more about everything, there you got the links and everything, all that down below. You could check out all of Phoenix's disgusting fetishes, and his Twitch is there too, I guess. So, we'll see you next time, and I don't know when this episode is gonna come out. I don't know anything stuff. We'll see you next time, I guess. See you, whatever.